I'm Jenni Carlson here with Gina Mizell. We're in Dallas at Big 12 Media Days, where on this first day of Media Days, Oklahoma State Cowboys were here. And Gina, they are the favorites picked in the preseason to win the Big 12. What's your feeling about how the Cowboys are taking this news, and is there any added pressure on this team?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the first questions asked to Mike Gundy when he was at the podium this morning. And obviously it's the first time in school history that this has happened, that Oklahoma State's been picked to win the Big 12. And it sounds like, of course, there's excitement around the program. And, Mike Gundy says it's a tribute to the guys who have come before that have put in good work and succeeded, and just the talent that this current group has. So certainly it's a point of pride, but he was quick to point out that that doesn't mean they're going to finish winning the Big 12. And so certainly the three players that were here, Josh Stewart, Calvin Barnett, Sean Lewis, both talked about that the mentality would be the same whether they were picked to finish last or picked to finish first. So certainly a cool honor and something that they're very proud of, but certainly know that it doesn't have any impact on what happens this season.
Well, you mentioned the players who were here, and among the players who weren't, any quarterbacks, which obviously has been a huge story about this team and who's going to be the starting quarterback. Do we feel like we have any better idea of how the battle is shaping up at this point?
Well, I don't think anything's changed as far as I still think Clint Shelf is the guy you will see out there on August 31st against Mississippi State. But Mike Gundy still wouldn't bite on giving us an answer. He was asked who the starting quarterback is, and he said that Clint Shelf and J.W. Walsh, it was a 3-quarterback competition. Now it's down to a 2-quarterback competition after Wes Lunt left. But Clint Shelf and J.W. Walsh will both take a fair amount of reps in fall camp. He said they'll essentially split reps. So that'll be an interesting thing, again, to monitor. Again, I would be very, very surprised if Clint Shelf didn't win this job, but J.W. Walsh is going to play regardless in his kind of special package situation. So I don't think much has changed, but Mike Gundy's still playing it coy, so to speak.
Keep Mississippi State guessing is a big part of that, we suspect. Right. Of the players who were here, 2 defensive guys, Gina, which obviously Oklahoma State has become known for offense, but defense, new defensive coordinator and Glenn Spencer moving over to that role in a full-time capacity now. What's your feeling on the defense? Is this going to be an improved unit, or are they just up against all these spread offenses in the Big 12, and it's going to be hard to improve? Well,
the thing to keep in mind is all the quarterbacks specifically that have left this conference. Landry Jones is gone, Geno Smith is gone, Colin Klein is gone. So this defense, even if it only makes a slight improvement, I think is going to probably make a significant improvement. But again, all signs under Glenn Spencer point to that it will be a more aggressive unit. And again, you've got 2 all Big 12 preseason players in Sean Lewis and Calvin Barnett, the 2 Cowboys who were here. So it'll be very interesting to see, again, if that all comes to fruition. It's still kind of a wait-and-see type approach with this unit, but you've got a very quality defensive tackle. I think a guy who could certainly play in the SEC and maybe be an all-conference player, and you've got a good linebacker who's now going to be in his 4th year with starting experience, who can kind of make a lot of plays in space and do a lot of different things for this unit. So it's a unit with a lot of veterans. So if improvement's going to happen, it's got to happen this year, I feel like.
All right, that's it from day 1 at Big 12 Media Days, but be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.